feel with the eeriness of Pokémon Snap. I loved this game as a kid. Loved it. If you were just getting into Pokémon, this was the most fun, immersive way to step into that world. You weren't battling. You weren't collecting. You were just observing, snapping pics of wild Pokémon living their lives. But now that I'm older, I see it a little differently. The game puts you on this silent, on-rails cart. No narration, no dialogue, just you, your camera, and the natural sounds of the world. Sure, there's music, but it's not your typical upbeat Pokémon vibe. The beach has this chill, almost empty tune. The tunnel theme is cold and mechanical. And places like the cave and valley, there's something eerie about them, especially when the music cuts out near the end of a level and all you hear is the sound of your cart rolling forward. And then there's what you do in that world. Tossing apples at Pokémon, throwing Pester Balls to provoke reactions. Some of them just flinch, but others, like Mankey and Kangaskhan, they get mad. Kangaskhan literally charges at you when you mess with her. And again, it's called a Pester Ball. The game flat out tells you you're annoying them. Electrode will literally self-delete and explode himself when you hit him. Electabuzz collapses from the blast and just lies there like he's dead. Meowth is just chasing Doduo, smiling, playing, and you throw a ball at him mid-chase just to get a better photo. And then it gets darker. You're forcing evolutions. You knock Charmeleon into a lava pit to get a Charizard. Push Weepinbell into water and it becomes Victory Bell. Throw enough Pester Balls at Grimer and he evolves into Muck. But what if they weren't ready? In the games, evolution happens after growth. A certain amount of XP. When they earn it. Here, you're triggering transformations they may not even want, just to bump up your score. Even the Pokéflute feels manipulative. You're not using it to bond with them. You're using it to make them perform. Snorlax is literally sleeping, and you're like, nah, wake up and dance for me. Then there are the Pokémon signs, shadows, statues, star patterns that resemble Pokémon, but the Pokémon themselves aren't there. Why not? Where did they go? Why are we seeing outlines and echoes instead of real creatures? And then there's Professor Oak. Have you ever actually looked at the background behind him on the main screen? It's not a cozy lab. It's full of cranes, chains, and metal hooks. It looks like some kind of industrial facility, and we're just feeding him everything we find. Every picture, every location, every detail. What's he doing with this information? Or worse, what's he doing with the Pokémon once he finds them? I'm not saying Oak is some dark and twisted villain, but I don't know. It's weird. And maybe, just maybe, we've been helping him all along. I still love Pokémon Snap. I always will. But it's wild how a game that felt so peaceful as a kid now feels a little sinister in hindsight. Smash that like button if you ever played Pokémon Snap and just wanted to chill in that world. And tell me in the comments, was there ever a moment that made you stop and go, wait, is this a little messed up? I'll see you next time.